Alright, what's up everyone? In this video, I am super excited to bring you a preview of Borderlands 4. I actually got to play the game early, so I get to bring you this little preview portion of the game. And while this video is not going to contain spoilers before and after this specific mission, obviously if you're watching this mission, there will be spoilers in the mission with dialogue and things that we fight. I just wanted to make that clear, so if you don't want to be spoiled, I wouldn't recommend watching this, or just maybe watch it on mute and just watch the gameplay in the background. However, if you are interested, with that being said, this is going to be around a 23-minute gameplay session, and I will just be commentating over it as we go. We're bringing back the days of the live commentaries, and I'll try to explain everything that's going on, what I'm doing with my character and everything as we go through the game. But enough with all that. Thank you so much for clicking on the video. If you haven't seen my previous Borderlands 4 coverage, definitely be sure to check it out, and also be sure to stick around because there will be a lot more coming soon. All right, jumping right into it. First off, we're going to stop at a vending machine, and as you see, I do have a legendary ordnance right there, legendary grenade, which is very, very good. But we actually just reached Idle Souls, or Idle Soul. I'm going to call him Soul for the rest of the video. It's one of the main bosses throughout the campaign. Basically just got into his fortress, so we're trying to get to it to obviously take him down. I played Vex as my first character here. I wanted to go for the kinetic Vex build. As you see, I'm going to be using a Jacob shotgun. Basically, you just want to use everything kinetic. It does a lot of damage. You can make enemies bleed. It is very, very strong. I would definitely have a full build video coming out. That's probably going to be one of my first ones, so be sure to stick around if you want to see that. But we're using the incarnate action skill. We get the movement speed, we get the damage from the little Eldritch Blast and everything. It is very, very fun. As you see here, the grenade kind of flying around, it kind of works like a cloning matting tracker from Borderlands 3, if you remember those. Basically, when the grenade hits, it's going to split into more grenades, and then they will hit and split into more grenades and just fly around. I can honestly see it being very good on somebody like Rafa. Excited to mess around with that. It carried me a lot through this mission. But as you see here, again, with the Jacob shotgun, you're going to be seeing that a lot. I was just having an absolute blast with that thing, with this specific setup. Also, the, Jacob's pistol right here, too. Very, very good. If you want to play a Jacob's character, honestly, Vex, the Siren, which is weird to say, is for sure going to be the best one. But we're just kind of taking on the enemies here, just like in a little ad clear area to open the door up right here, so we can, get to the final boss. There's a couple things that we have to do before we get there. What's really cool is, like, this area is obviously, like, there's a massive open world going on throughout the rest of the game, but this specific area is kind of its own unique little location that you have to load into. So right there, we actually took our rep kit, which I think you probably all know what rep kits are if you've been watching any coverage, but the rep kit's actually pretty solid, and there's some crazy things you can do build crafting wise. But obviously you heal when you use it. We end up having to fight a badass hull kit right here. And, bro, these enemies, low-key, most annoying enemy in the game. They look cool, but they are very, very annoying. We kill him, we start looking at our loot here. Honestly, I don't think I do too much here loot-wise. Yeah, I think I just didn't pick up a purple right there. But we're going into our menu system here. Because I was trying to read over a skill, and yeah, I got a skill point, so great vitality. So again, kind of playing more into that kinetic lifesteal build here. And also, I think to note, there is so many little crates you can open up. Like, I was having a blast just opening everything up. And right here, I think I get a little confused. You clearly have to go down the staircase right here, but the little vault symbol was kind of throwing me off a little bit, and also I wanted to go pick those crates up. So I'm kind of just going back and forth. I was like, oh, maybe I could jump out the window here. Yeah, that's not the case either. You definitely just keep going down below. So I was trolling a little bit, but then you do have Echo 4, which I needed to figure out how to, use more, because I was definitely not using it, but it literally tells you where it goes. So definitely be sure to take advantage of Echo 4 if you don't know where you're going. But we're going to come up here, and we're going to have another little enemy area. And basically just going to slay out. We do have an objective right here. We're trying to disable the airship. And we're going to have to do something over there with the little vault symbol. We do go down here, but again, the Jacob shotgun just absolutely obliterating everything with this specific setup. It is just so good. This is just a green one. Like, I can't wait to get like a legendary, even a purple one. It is going to do some crazy things. But we come over here, we flip the little switch. Again, our grenade's also going off like crazy here. And right there, we actually got a challenge. So kill enemies with critical hits pop. There are so many challenges in the game, guys. Like they have things like for getting kills while sliding, getting kills in general. Like it is so much you're going to be able to do if you want to complete the challenges to 100% the game. But now we're coming up to basically, I guess, like the engine. I'm assuming we have to remove these like docking clamps. And as you see, we can take advantage of the grapple here. There's a lot of grapple points we can do. And the shotgun melee go crazy. The melee actually feels pretty good. Like even like, you know, even if you don't have like a melee build, it still does a pretty good amount of damage, like where you can finish enemies off. Like obviously you don't want to use it like as your main damage source, but it's good at actually finish enemies off. I see some enemies from far away right here. I'm like, okay, do I really want to fight these guys? I'm like, well, let me try. And I'm like, or I could just go do the main objective because it's probably going to send me over there anyway. But right here, as you see, we're trying to get up. We go for the grapple here and we take the thing down. So kind of just taking advantage of the grapple system again. You know, it's not just for getting around. They actually do have like mechanics in missions and stuff that you have to do with it too, which is really cool. But we do have to get one more, and I'm like, where's the other one at? And then I'm like, okay, yeah, it's on the other side. I'm like, I was like trying to figure out if I had to walk over, and I was like, oh, maybe I could just go over here to where those enemies are at and walk around here. But as you see, I'm struggling. This is the first playthrough of this mission, so obviously this is not going to be a speed run. We're figuring this out together. But I see the last one here as we pull it down, and now that is, you know, free to go. We've done that part. So I see some more enemies. You can see the grenade in action again here. It literally just goes crazy. The augment I'm using for that actually turns like the incarnate into like a wave, almost kind of like phase cast of Borderlands 3 in a way, not like, you know, exactly, but when the wave hits enemies, they actually will take more damage, so it acts as a debuff instead of like a, you know, a damage thing that it normally is. But you still get the Eldritch Blast and everything still, so you can still use that for damage. But we go down here again, basically just trying to kill everything to get back up. We do have a badass here, which seems to be giving me a little trouble, but again, the rep kit coming in clutch, the shotgun going crazy, the Jacob's just, you know, ricocheting everything everywhere. Yeah, it feels so good. The game feels so good to play. Just seeing it, and the video's not gonna do it justice because it's locked, you know, at 60 FPS on YouTube. Oh, and also I have it uploaded in 1080. Like on your setup, I promise you the game is going to look so good. I was amazed. But now we're gonna just walk around here. I pick up a little thing here that you can throw. I think I just completely miss it. Yeah, I literally just throw it so far over what I need to throw it at. But now we got to fight a little pinhead. Kind of the same like as that enemy before. They're pretty annoying, but they have like a little mechanic where you can like jump over when they do their slam and stuff. But they're cool though. So I think I'm just trying to kill everything here, not realizing I could just move on forward. But hey, you know, you got to get the XP here. And it also seems to be that I'm a little lost. But again, there goes Echo 4. Coming in clutch, showing me the way. Echo 4 is honestly such a nice addition.
I've got a new algorithm for you.
Alright, and we come up here, we have one little striker you know, engine right here that's like, I'm gonna finish this after we've killed the whole team. But picking up some more ammo here. We get to the little section where we have to hit a button, and we go up this elevator right here.
I'm headed to Saul.
Again, if you're worried about spoilers, I'm sure my commentary has probably talked over them, but I'm sure all the people have probably posted just pure gameplay if you just really want to see the dialogue. But we actually do pull out a sniper here, and let me tell you, sniping feels so good. Look at this. Like if you can hit your shots, I think at some point here I miss a lot. We're not going to talk about that, but I mean, yeah, like the snipe, it feels so good. It does so much damage if you hit crits. I think right here I'm missing crits, but it's still good. Also, the reload animation is so sick. The guns look so cool, and I will have a little section at the end here where I just kind of shoot some guns after I beat everything. But the guns, they're super cool. All right, so we have some more enemies coming down here. Another Hulk-hit enemy, which is also invisible. Love that, but it's actually like a little drone making him invisible. You can shoot the drone to, you know, make him visible, I guess. Still going crazy with the shotgun here. And you see the bleed damage is going off. The grenades are going everywhere. And we're gonna slowly get through this little area. The little flying enemies are we definitely know. I don't know what this guy was doing over here. Bro was just chilling in the corner. But we got some loot. Not anything too crazy. We do get a purple drop right here. These licensed part systems are pretty cool. They can make your like licensed parts do some pretty crazy things. But some more enemies that are coming in solo to, you know, try to finish me off. I turn around here and I'm like, I should go in there, but then I just ran away for some reason. I don't know what I was thinking. You definitely go in there, maybe like a chest or something in there. I'm not 100% sure, but it definitely seems like it could be something in there. Also, me completely whiffing 2 shots, but thankfully the melee, like I said, it's actually pretty decent. So you can actually kill enemies when you have terrible aim. Kind of just completely missed a shot right there as well. But again, using the grapple to get up to our next little location. The movement feels so good as well. I know I've mentioned this a lot in my previous videos, and if it sounds like it kind of just repeated myself, I'm sorry about that. But we get to the boss fight here now. And this boss fight's actually pretty cool. It actually has some pretty interesting, I guess, like mechanics and stuff. I say and stuff, literally, yeah, I mean mechanics, but this is the little intro cutscene here. I'll just let this play out real quick. Okay, so dope little, you know, intro scene here. And as you see, he has an immune bar. So there's obviously going to be mechanics involved. So basically right now, we can just kind of run around the map. We have to dodge all of his attacks using the movement systems. But as you see, there is a green little thing here that we can pick up. Now we can throw it at him. And if I hit him, it would have taken his shield off, or his armor that he has on, the gray looking armor. But unfortunately, I'm bad at the game. So now we have to wait again to get the little things come down. That's going to be a common theme you're going to see here in a second. Because I think I miss it again here, and I definitely miss it more later in the boss fight too. But this does just give, you know, a good representation of what bosses are going to be like in this game. So again, I miss again. I could have grappled again right there if I was, you know, quicker to throw it at him again, but I think I do it the next one. But we can kind of just run around the map. Like I said, using the movement to kind of dodge a bunch of his abilities. He's kind of not doing anything right now. Because I think he's like, bro, how have you not taken my armor off yet? I've given you 2 chances. That's because I'm bad. But we're just going to kind of walk around, kill all the little enemies. These enemies are mostly just used for, like, if you got to get up during a fight for your life if you go down. But here, we will hit him, actually. And as you see, his shield does go down. We start popping everything, action skill, rep kit, and we just start going to town with the shotgun and the action skill. I mean, as you see, like, we're doing pretty good damage here. Obviously, there's 3 health bars. And we start, you know, throwing some grenades into the mix here. We should be able to get this first bar down pretty quick. He's swinging a big little sword that you have to jump over. Again, using the double jump into the float and stuff like that to basically dodge damage. Here you can, actually, I think this is something different. This is something different. There's some spots where you can like dash to get around stuff. But he goes immune again. We're going to have to do that same thing again, but it is going to be a little different because there will be more things to come down. But here's another one of his, I guess, mechanics. I say I guess again, but we basically have to run into the area that doesn't have this like corrosive lightning. There is a story implication of this, but I'm not going to talk about it if you don't want to be spoiled. But basically just trying to dodge all this stuff here. And then once all this is dodged, he should start slinging his little missile things down again that you can pick up and throw it at him. And I see there's an abundant amount of ammo here, so you don't have to stress about too much about ammo, which is cool. Right there, I could have dashed out of his like charge and that slam, but I just kind of missed it. Here we go. He's going to shoot more, and then he's actually going to shoot another little volley right here. You see, they're all red, but then the green one's going to come down right now. It's like a little delay to like keep you on your toes, I guess. I do hit him right here first time, actually. Again, starting to pop everything, getting ready for damage. I go for a ground slam there to get on the air, get back on the ground a little bit quicker, I guess. But with all the life steal, with all the rep kits, even taking damage isn't like too bad here. He's also like seems to be I was gonna say empowering the enemy there, but he seemed to just be sucking the enemy and just sacrificing him. But we do get him down to another little immune face here, going in for more rockets. I didn't get him down the full face, so I have to do this little like rocket thing again to break his armor. But it's not too bad. We can grapple, pick it up, throw it at him, and it misses again. Like I said, that's gonna be a common theme here. There's little to no tracking. You have to be very accurate with those things. So just shot a barrel stuff him if you have to. But here comes another mechanic. It basically slams the ground again, kind of the same as the other, just don't get where the the green stuff's at. It's not as big, but obviously he kind of like breaks apart the arena. It makes it pretty difficult. The little rockets are coming down again now. We got the green one. We should be able to. Hey, here we go. I'm barrel stuffing him. Should be able to hit it this time. We're gonna throw some more grenades here. Should be able to get him down to the next little bar here in a second. And we have more time now, so we can actually do some more damage here. I say that. Bro's walking back to the middle because he's getting ready to do his next little, I guess, rain fire thing. Yeah, here we go. And this one's a lot more challenging than the other one. It seems to be a little longer, and also the spots are going to get a lot smaller than before. It also seems to go by a little faster, so you have to be on your toes, be ready to go, using all the movement, dashing around. Kind of conserve your energy here, because if you run out, as you see here, it's a little difficult. I do get hit there, but I get in just at the nick of time. Come over here, just kind of running around the map, killing enemies, getting ammo, dodging all these things. I imagine, as you saw earlier, with the kind of like threshold period, kind of going for each phase, I imagine if you have a ton of damage, you will be able to get through him without doing the immune phases. But obviously, campaign wise, getting through the game, you're gonna be hitting these immune phases because you don't have a lot of damage. But that is now over. As you saw, it got pretty small there. Now, final little thing, you can't go to the corners of the arena. You're just, you were already stuck in here, but now you're like really stuck in here and can take damage. And we should be able to clean them up here. So we gotta wait for the bombs to come down. And again, kind of similar, we have to wait a little longer. But now we took his armor off, start popping everything, get ready for our DPS phase. I'm a little weak, take a rep kit. Rep kits have some crazy bonuses you can get, man. Like popping them even if you have full health is still pretty solid, not gonna lie. We're trying to find his little noggin cap here. We do a good amount of damage, get him to half health. And there goes another one of his attack. He can slam the ground and just bring spikes up. Like, he has a lot of attacks just from one boss in the game. All right, we have more rockets coming down. As you saw, the green one, you have to dodge them, pick it up, throw it. I do get just obliterated by his little beam right there, but thankfully there is another enemy over here we can kill. You typically want to keep these guys alive, just so if you do go down, you can, get somebody up. I get it literally last second right there, thankfully. But now we should be good to go. I think at this point I do get the kill here. I say that. He has more rockets coming down, but he doesn't have his immune face up, so. Okay. I just throw it at him again. He does make the arena kind of, in shambles right there. But we're going to start doing damage now. Hey, there he goes, sacrificing a guy again. And I was completely wrong. I guess I took too long, so there's another immune face here. Also, if you were curious, I was playing this on the hard difficulty. You can select either easy, normal, hard. So I was playing this on hard. But We have the rockets come down again. I think this is the time now where I kill him. Again, right there, you see his little blade. We could dodge it. And we could dash, get out like we did right there. Just taking advantage of the movement again. And just throwing the nades, trying to do as much damage as possible, getting those crits with the shotgun here. And we get him down right here. Really cool boss fight. Super cool boss fight. I love all the mechanics that they have. Like I said, I think once you get more damage, you won't have to go through as many immune phases because you can just be a lot quicker than I was here. But bro is just literally just dissolving. It's just absolutely disgusting. Like, look at that body right there on the floor. But picking up all the loot here. Like I said, I will come here and shoot some loot. Shoot some of these guns I pick up, but basically just pick up the soul bolt or soul's bolt. His bolt. The character's soul. Pick his bolt up. And we can come through here, and this will be the end of the mission here. Kind of just waiting for the dialogue to end. Now we can go through here, and I think, if I remember correctly, I think there was a chest up here. I think. I could be mistaken. Oh, there's a chest. So right there is just a little, like, fast travel to get back to the entrance. And then here goes some loot. And I should start equipping guns here and just shoot them. If you want to see what some of these guns look like. So yeah, just here we have 7 weapons to start shooting. This is just some like Vladov with a Gatling gun barrel. I think it also has an alt fire. I think it was like a bipod or something. I'm gonna be honest, I don't really know what it does. And maybe it just gives it more accuracy or something. I didn't really read it. Maybe you want to go back and pause the video. You could read exactly what it does, but yeah, I didn't really see anything too crazy. Vladov SMG, these look super cool. The reload animations are always sick. Did this one have underbarrel? It did. It has zip rockets, which obviously, you know, shooting rockets out of the SMG. Super cool. I love these things. They are a ton of fun. Next up is Ripper. Honestly, Rippers, the charge time, I'm just not that much of a fan, but obviously they look really cool. The reload animations are always sick. Like if you get a Ripper part on a different gun, so cool. Order weapons, again, kind of charge time. I'm not the biggest fan of these, but they still look cool. And they kind of like have a unique way they made the charge work, which it makes them pretty fun. Now we have a deadless weapon with the SMG mode, which, dude, they sound so cool. Just listen. I should swap back here to SMG. Like, dude, they sound sick. They sound so cool. They're pretty decent. Another order weapon here for another charge time. You can basically just charge a bunch of bullets or just shoot normally too. And the charge bullets obviously does a big amount of burst damage. And then another deadless weapon here. And it has a freeze grenade launcher, so you basically just shoot out a cryo grenade, which is dope. But I think that is all of the guns here, and that is pretty much all I can show you in this gameplay. But I'm just going to let this replay and give my closing thoughts. I hope you all enjoyed the solid video. I know it's a little bit of a throwback to how old YouTube used to be, or I guess even maybe shoutcasting a Borderlands game. It was a ton of fun making it. Overall, this mission was a ton of fun. The boss had some crazy mechanics. The areas to get to the boss was also very cool. As you saw, you take advantage of the new movement tech a lot, not only from, you know, dodging attacks, but also just using them in the mission themselves, using the grapple hook to break things, to get, you know, so you can let things free. It is really, really cool. I had a ton of fun playing this mission, and I hope you all had just as much fun as watching it. I hope this got you even more excited for Borderlands 4. And like I said in the beginning, this is just the start. If you want to see all my Borderlands 4 coverage, definitely be sure to stick around. The 12th is not that far away, and I cannot wait. Expect to see a bunch of builds, a bunch of guides, anything of the sort. It is going to be a blast. But anyways, that is going to do it all for me. I want to thank you all again so much for watching, and I hope you all have a great day. Peace.